And just as a side note, I was part of the closing ceremony, and I was under that floor where people walk, and there was a platform through which the singer, what's his name? What? No, Goulet, not Goulet. The singer that was in the closing ceremony. Him. So he comes up, and I'm there, and I watch him. He goes up, he plays, and the platform comes down. And I hear in my phone the director say, all right, put Shatner on the platform. So I go to get on the platform, and I have words to say. And they thought that I should have a teleprompter. And I thought, 60,000 people in an arena and billions of people watching, maybe I should have my words in front of me. So I get on the platform, and as I'm getting on the platform, a Canadian mechanic is going like this to the teleprompter. The teleprompter is not working. 30 seconds, get Shatner on the platform. I get on the platform, and as he says, shoot Shatner up! The guy gives another whack, and the thing comes on, and there's my teleprompter. Total Canadian. The last time that I had been in Vancouver to entertain was several years ago. I was doing, I think it was called the Star Wars concert. And I had devised something a little unusual. I had discovered what had been popular in those years was sounds of the deep. Where they had whale sounds. And I put a piece of poetry called Whales Weep Not to this stuff. And I debuted it at the Hollywood Bowl, which contained 18,000 people. And it started with the whale sounds of whales. And then I said, they say the sea is cold. Okay, you got the idea? So I knew the music. I knew the sounds like it was music. Now I'm in Vancouver, and I'm with the Star Wars concert, and I'm doing sounds of the deep. And everything relies on the because if I don't have I'm dead. As I'm walking to the stadium in Vancouver that evening, I see a lot of leather-jacketed guys on motorcycles with their babes behind them coming to the concert. And I'm thinking, how enlightened Canada is. These bikers with their metal knuckles and their shivs and their chains are all coming to see a concert. What a great Canadiana this must be. See, but what I didn't know is they had advertised it in a wrong way, and everybody was coming thinking they were coming to a rock concert. So these leather-jacketed bikers, who probably were the guys who burned the things down, were coming to the concert. So now they're in the concert, and the 72-piece orchestra strikes up, and they're wondering, what the hell is going on here? Now I come out. And I come out, and I'm waiting. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm William Shatner, Canadian icon. And I'm waiting for the sound system had gone off. So there was no and I realized that it was not going to happen. So I say, they say they see us cool. And I hear one biker yell, "Get off the stage!" And that was my evening, that evening in Vancouver. Followed by a riot. I don't know. Anyway, here I am. So, I'll talk on any subject you want. Yeah, any subject you want. If you have the audacity to ask, I'll have the audacity to answer. So, go ahead.
So we've got Rolf on the floor, I believe, has question number 1 for Mr. Shatner. Rolf?
There he is. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Did you get my friend request?
What?
Never mind. I love the show, Believe My Dad Said. Are you going to do any other sitcoms?
I'm still getting over the shock of having been canceled. Apparently it was the highest rated show being canceled. You know, I never had done a sitcom before, and I've done pretty much everything else. I've stand-up and improv comedy, and then movies and stage, and one-man shows, and I mean the list goes on, but I've never done this sitcom thing with an audience. And I had no idea what it was like until I did. It is something totally unique in show business. You either can do it or you can't. The audience, like yourselves, are there, and you're trying to be funny, and the audience immediately tells you that you are or you are not, and then the writers come in and rewrite, and the only protection I had was to come out in front of the audience every time and say, "Hey, everybody, look, we don't know what we're doing here, and we hope you'll teach us what to do. And so here we are, and we're at your mercy," and bring them in, and encompass them, embrace them. And so they became part of the making of the show, and it became a happening, and it was a joyous 3 or 4 hours every Wednesday night for me. I had the best time with the best people I've ever met. I just, and then the difference between Boston Legal was that I had to commute with Boston Legal. I had to drive 2 hours to Manhattan Beach from where I live. In rush hour traffic sometimes, it was onerous. I mean, I had 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours commuting. It just destroyed me. It took away the joy of the show for the most part. But here, to do Believe My Dad Says, I could bicycle to work. I mean, it was glorious, and everybody loved me, and Warner Brothers gave me thousands of dollars for charity, and I put that into my charity thing, and then, "Oh, Bill, we love..." You're canceled. Well, I thought you loved me. Another lesson. I don't know. Will I do it again? I don't know. I mean, I'm having fun. I'm working in Vancouver right now on this program called Psych. Do you know it? And I mean, I hadn't heard of it either. But it was a good role, and so I came up, and we worked till 1 o'clock last night. So then I got on an early airplane this morning, and every time something like this happens, I say to myself, you don't know. One doesn't know what one is capable of until pushed. Until you push yourself to your limits, you don't even know what your limits are. Because what you can do, if you have to, is limitless. You just have to get up and put one foot after another, and after a while you're doing it. You know, I'm doing it, look at that. And that's the way, I mean, I came home to Los Angeles last Thursday night. I landed, and as I'm landing, my phone comes on. I mean, the plane hadn't even gotten to the escape thing, and my phone rings, and it's somebody who works for me saying, "Your dogs have been poisoned, and they are in the emergency." So I rush from the plane, I go to the emergency. somebody, well, I know who, put snail bait down to kill the snails, which was absolutely, they weren't supposed to. The dogs ate the snail bait, apparently that's not uncommon, and now they're dying on Thursday night. And I've got to do things all day Friday, which I'd come in to do, and Saturday, and then come up to Vancouver on Sunday. Well, by Sunday morning, I was like exhausted taking care of the dogs. My wife wasn't there, she was in Kentucky, and I was handling so many things by myself, but especially these beloved dogs. So Sunday morning, I'm thinking, I could be dying. I could be so tired, I'm dying. I'm tempted to call them in Vancouver and tell them I can't come up there. No, I can't do that. So some family member calls the doctor says, nah, you know the old phrase, you don't die wishing that you had spent more time in the office. I said, no, I've got to go. He said, no, you don't have to go. I said, no, I have got to go. I put one foot ahead of the other on Sunday, got on an airplane, Air Canada. And arrived customs in Vancouver. Has anybody gone through that? 747 had just landed from Taipei or something, 2.5 hours. I'm dying here. Monday morning I was all right. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, here I am. And one foot after another. And so there's no telling what you can do if pushed. So right now, if you ask me, do I want to do another 4-camera show or a series or anything like that, I'd say no, but I know that tonight, after a good night's sleep, I'd probably say yes.
Back to the floor, we got David on the left side with our next question.
On the left auditorium side, the left stage side?
Your left.
My left.
Where is David?
Hi.
Where is David?
Hi.
His son?
Yeah, I guess so.
Green Lantern shirt over there.
Green Lantern.
Holding up the book.
Oh,
There's your picture.
there? Okay, what are you doing up there?
Give away, David.
Okay, first off, I must say I really enjoyed this book, Collision Course.
Which
And
book are you talking about?
Collision Course.
Collision Course, yes.
Yeah. The last one you wrote. And I was wondering whether you were intending to write any more.
Well, funny you should ask. I got such an adventure coming up, guys. I mean, there's so much happening that, in a way, it's lucky. I believe my dad said it was canceled. Otherwise, I would never have time to do it all. Okay. First of all, on July 22nd, on something called Epix pay-per-view, they're debuting something I've been working on for a year and a half, and will play in Canada, on Television Canada, this fall. It's called The Captains. And what I did was, I thought how interesting it is for these actors who have played the captains in Star Trek. All of them. They're unusual people. They are talented. They are driven. They're intelligent. And I've got to go find out about them. So we made all kinds of plans. I was going to do a documentary called The Captains. And then I realized that I would have to go to all these airports, go through the customs and go through I can't do that. I can't even get to Toronto, from Los Angeles. On a fluke, I called the great Canadian airplane manufacturer, Bombardier.